there, and welcome to Maneuver to Lose. This is going to be an orientation more on the program of Maneuver to Lose, not so much on the orientation on how to use the website. There will be another link walking you through how to find the classes, the online discussion boards, how to be able to upload a lot of your documents. I'm just going to walk you through right now how do you go about filling out some of the paperwork that we're going to ask you to fill out, as well as give you a little bit of background about what Maneuver to Lose is going to be about. So Maneuver to Lose, this is going to be a 12-week long program, and it's really going to be designed to help you to either lose weight or maintain your weight, whatever your goal is going to be. You're going to have dietitians and you're going to have physical therapists talking to you each week, providing you some new type of education. So while we're helping you to do that, what we're going to ask you is that you make sure that while you're online, you go ahead and you click every week to and watch that new lesson plan that we have up there, as well as after the lesson plan to complete the supplemental learning activity. We want you to be able to complete a log, and I'll show you exactly what we want you to fill out on that log in a little bit, as well as we're going to ask you, the audience, to submit your weight, and we're going to have you do that every other week. And the last thing we're going to ask that you do is help to participate in the final activity challenge. So to start off, we're talking about some of these classes. So this is a 12-week long program, and each week a new class is going to be posted on the website. And not only, it's not that after week one are we going to take the week one class and education material away. No, we're going to keep that up, but we're not going to put the new week's information out there until it's that right and appropriate time. Each of the classes are approximately 30 minutes long. Some, however, are going to be less. So we do ask that you plan to watch them for 30 minutes. You can watch them at any point in time. You can watch it 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, or you can sit down and watch it all throughout the entirety. Once you're done watching the video, we then want you to complete the supplemental learning activity. All this is just to be able to reaffirm that you did actually learn something new, so that you're going to continue to have that knowledge. We want you to have that knowledge base. We're also going to have online discussion groups. So during the program, you're going to notice, once you click on that other link showing you how to navigate throughout the website, you can click on the online discussion tab, where you will see that, yes, the dietitian will post new information up there, the physical therapist will have additional resources as well, but primarily it's allowing you all as the audience to come together as a community to discuss things, perhaps maybe ask questions and see if somebody out there in the audience can answer that question. Or if you discover that you found a tip that's really working for you, please share that with everybody else. We want everyone to be as successful as possible. And if there are certain questions or concerns that we feel as a dietitian or the physical therapist need to kind of correct and give a little bit more guidance, we're going to be available to answer and help you out there. So how do the weigh-ins work? It seems a little bit kind of scary. We are talking about, hey, you got to weigh yourself, and you may not feel comfortable just doing that, but you need to recognize that we're not sharing any of this information with anybody. This is simply going for you. What we want to do, we're going to help you to begin to create that first weigh-in process. So once you've gone ahead and you've consented to the program, we're going to go ahead and we're going to weigh you. We're going to collect a couple of other different measurements as well. So first of all, we need to get your height. Then we're going to give you, we're going to test your percent body fat using a handheld device. We're going to go ahead and measure your waist. And we're also then going to calculate your body mass index. However, with all that being said and done, we don't expect you to have to be able to do all those different things when you're at home. All that we're going to ask is that you simply get on a scale every other week, you record that down, and then you just simply email it to us, and we're going to keep that database for you. What we do ask, though, is that ideally you want to be weighing yourself about the same time, whatever time that's going to be. So for example, if you choose to wake up first thing in the morning and jump on that scale, or perhaps you want to do it right before you go to bed, we ask that you try to do your very best to maintain that time frame, because weight has a tendency to shift, maybe about 5 pounds within a given day, just due to a variety of different factors. Also, we want to try to control any other potential weight changes and ask that you don't weigh with your shoes. So please take your shoes off, and then also try to weigh the same whatever type of clothing that you're putting on. So let's say, for example, that if you're getting up first thing in the morning and you choose to be naked, then please be consistent being naked. Or if you're going to wear your pajama clothes or your workout clothes, or perhaps even maybe your business clothes, whatever it's going to be, please be consistent with that. What we're going to then ask, however, if you are choosing to wear clothing, so if it's going to be your business casual attire or it's going to be your workout clothing, we ask that you please subtract 3 pounds from your weight. Once again, that's 3 pounds. If you are on active duty and you're choosing to wear your ACUs, we ask that you take 4.5 pounds from your total weight and then email that and record it in. So as you can see on this slide, this is a log that we're going to ask you to fill out. This is not a log where anybody is judging you. This log is primarily designed to help increase your awareness and to be your own personal motivator to be as healthy as you possibly can be. And we're going to go ahead and break this down, really explain how you're going to be filling this out. So when you can see on this slide with the physical activity, that first set of columns, is that each day when you're doing some type of activity, you want to go ahead and write it down. So whether you're walking with some friends or maybe you're playing basketball, just jot all of that down. And also then on the next column, jot down how long were you being physically active? Were you playing basketball for 30 minutes? Were you walking your dog for 60 minutes? Whatever it might be, jot it down. It even could be perhaps during lunch you walked around your building for 5 minutes. Jot that down. Every minute counts. The ultimate goal is that we want to encourage you to exercise or do some type of physical activity for at least 60 minutes most days a week. And it's not where that physical activity needs to be all done in one time span. You can receive a lot of health benefits when you do it in increments, but it all adds up to at least 60 minutes. So you're going to go ahead and do that, and you're going to email that to us. And when you email us, we're going to simply look at it and we're going to simply put little check marks on days where you were able to get at least 60 minutes a day. And again, we're not judging, we're not keeping a tally or anything like that. It's just in order to help you begin your exercise activity on there. So if you're not used to doing a lot of physical activity, it's no big deal, nor are we encouraging you at this point to exercise for at least 60 minutes every single day if you're not used to it. Perhaps maybe all you're able to do is 5 to 10 minutes most days. That's phenomenal, that's a lot, and that's a great starting point. But if you can build up over the course of those 12 weeks where you're doing more and more, and perhaps you reach a goal of being able to do at least 60 minutes pretty much every single day. And the next category, this is going to be your fluid log. So you can see there's a lot of little glasses on there. And this is really to help increase your hydration on there. A lot of people like to drink when they feel thirsty. Well, unfortunately, by that point, you've already been thirsty for a long time. You're roughly around 1 to 2% dehydrated at that point, and you're not going to be at your optimal peak in terms of physical or even mental fitness. So it's important that you want to be drinking consistently throughout the day. And we encourage that you try to drink about 64 fluid ounces or about 8 glasses of either a 10-calorie beverage or something less. And as you can see on the slide, there's several different examples like Crystal Light, sugar-free Kool-Aid, Milo, water, sugar-free iced tea, coffee, tons of different things, even diet soda. And what we're asking you to do, just simply write down on that log what you're drinking throughout the day. So whether it's going to be you had an iced tea, you had water, jot all that down, and each time you drink at least 8 ounces, circle one of those little glasses to keep encouraging you to keep on drinking. And again, when you turn in your weekly sheet, we're just simply going to put a check mark on whether or not you were able to achieve that 64 ounces a day. And if you're not there, that's no big deal. Biggest thing you want to be focusing on is trying to increase the amount of fluids that you're bringing in. On this slide, the last little column on there, that's looking at your fruits and veggie intake. The Surgeon General and the USDA and a lot of these other health organizations out there really recommend that we try to get 5 servings of fruits and veggies. And no, that doesn't mean 5 servings of fruits and 5 servings of veggies. If you can do that, wonderful. But no, we just want some combination of fruits and veggies and to get that number to 5. So we're asking you to simply write down whatever types of fruits and veggies that you're consuming throughout the day. And each time you have a serving, just circle one of those fruits and those veggies on that log. And just like when you're doing the hydration, just like when you're doing that physical activity, we're going to try to help and encourage you to try to reach that goal of getting at least 5 servings every single day. If you're having any type of questions or concerns about how do you fill out your log or how do you go about weighing yourself, please feel free to contact that number that you see on the slide. We're here to help you in any way that we can.